Now we have trivia questions of the week. So our first question is going to be, this current safety has the second most amount of tackles of any safety since 2007. Who is he? Eric Weddle, Antoine Bethea, Reggie Nelson, Devin McCurdy. Remember, you're looking for the second most amount of tackles, not the first.
Okay.
I have my answers on my phone. Just give me a second.
Before I go to my explanation, I just want to say the updated stats or the score is Nick.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, not Nick. You're asking
Jared.
Jared has 3, 4. I think it's 4. Yeah, so Jared has 3 or 4. We had to check that, and then I have a big 0 goose egg.
Yeah.
So I gotta redeem myself.
Oh wait, before you go, I'm going to throw a little curveball for you guys. Who now? You come up with the second most, right? That gives you 1 point, but I'm going to give you guys a chance to get 2 points out of this question. If you could get the second
and the first, but specify obviously who was who,
Okay.
you could get 2 points.
Well, what if you could only name the first and you get no points because that's not
You
the
get no
question?
points. Yeah, that's
So
like
if
a
you can-
bonus.
So if you name both, you get a bonus, but you don't
Yes.
get. Okay.
Okay, so I think that just based on the way these guys play, Eric Weddle's been in the league for a long time, but I don't know. He's one of those I think he's more
Ball
of a
hawks.
ball hawking safety. The guys that play up and really hit is Antoine Bethea. I think that he's the number one I think he's gonna be the number one by far, by not a large sum, but a considerable amount.
There you
And
go.
then Devin McCurdy also gets a lot of tackles. He plays up more in that defense. So my guess is Devin McCurdy has the second most, and then Antoine Bethea has the first.
You said, who was it? Devin McCurdy, second. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go away from what AJ said. I feel like a really underrated tackler really is Reggie Nelson. I feel like he definitely gets a lot, and I feel like he'd be the second. Now, I don't know if the first is someone on this list. You didn't say it was. It doesn't have to be someone on this list.
The first leading tackler is on this list.
Okay. I'm going to go with the first leading tackler. I do agree with AJ. I think it is Antoine Bethea because of his time with, who was it, the Colts before he went to
The
before he went to
49ers.
the
Yeah.
49ers. I think it was the Colts. And
And
he was
the
really
Cardinals too, I'm pretty sure.
good. Was it?
Probably.
Either way, I think he was the
Maybe,
first,
that's right.
definitely with the Colts. But I think Reggie Nelson has more than both Devin McCourty and Eric Weddle. I'm not positive, but I just feel like the way he plays, he would.
Okay. So you said Devin McCurdy and Bethea.
No,
and
no,
you
no.
s- Well,
No.
Bethea and McCurdy.
No,
and
no,
then
I
you
said Nelson.
Oh,
He said-
my bad. You said Bethea and then McCurdy, and you said Bethea and then Nelson. Okay, so you're actually both wrong,
It's
which
Weddle?
stinks for you. Eric Weddle has the second most amount of
Really?
tackles with 813 since 2007. And Bethea, you guys are both right, has the first most with 845. And I don't know, I didn't happen to look up what Nelson and McCurdy have, but it's less than that.
That's all you need.
I just thought I was actually going off of, to be honest with you, Madden, because Madden has good tackling for Devin McCurdy. I will be completely honest right there.
The next
That's
question.
probably how I have no points.
It's
Yeah,
very
that's
true.
exactly why it's your
That's
point.
exactly why you have your point. So the next question we have is, order these players from greatest to least in terms of total money earned just from the teams that they've played for.
What do you mean?
got?
What do you mean just from the teams they played?
Like in terms of their salary.
So, what else would you have meant?
Like
Like
sponsorships
okay.
and many
Okay.
other things.
So, just based on contracts
Just based on contracts
Okay.
alone. You got, order all 5 of these guys. Tom Brady, Eli Manning, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, and Phillip Rivers. This is going to be a little challenging for me
Yeah,
to
this
keep
is a-
up, so
this is
bear
a
with
lot.
me here. But
Yeah.
Should we write this down, you think?
just you could bold them in here.
So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go based on the fact that Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were in the league longer than the rest, so I feel like they definitely should have earned more. That obviously makes sense. So, I'm going to go with Peyton Manning first, then Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Eli Manning, and Phillip Rivers are the next 3. I think I'm going to go... There's not really a way to think this out. They were all really good over the course of their careers, but I think Drew Brees actually, when he was with his first stint with the Chargers, he didn't get paid as much because, you know, he wasn't as good as Eli Manning and Phillip Rivers have been in the beginning of their careers.
Mm-hmm.
He was more good mid to late, if you know what I mean. I'm going to go with Eli Manning, then Phillip Rivers, then Drew Brees.
Okay. AJ, what do you got here? I'll
Alright, so
tip under.
I'm gonna say the same thing like Jared. I actually think that Tom Brady has more. Actually, no, I don't know about that because Tom Brady just keeps getting extensions, and then like Peyton Manning went to a different team. So like that's you probably get more money going to a different team than getting extended. Although, is this up to date? Like
It's not up to like yesterday, but it's
no,
up,
I mean
it's pretty up to date.
it. Did you get the Tom
Including
Brady?
a Tom Brady extension,
the-
he's asking.
No.
He didn't. So like the Tom
Not
Brady
included.
extension. Okay. So that makes it. Yeah, so that makes it Peyton Manning. I was gonna say if the one that happened like just now, the Tom Brady extension, then I would have said Tom Brady first. So I have that. I honestly do think that Drew Brees has more money than Eli Manning. So I'm gonna put Drew Brees ahead of Eli Manning, and then Eli Manning, then Phillip Rivers.
He definitely has played better towards the mid to late.
Yeah, but you have to realize that once he won the Super Bowl, he got a massive extension,
Yeah.
and then when he went, because he was on the Dolphins, and then he got hurt, and then he went over, and he was on the Dolphins.
He was on the Chargers.
No, he's on the Chargers.
Oh, the Chargers. That's what I meant. My
Yeah,
bad.
that's what I was talking
That's
about.
my bad. Sorry. Yeah, he was on the Chargers. He got hurt, and then he came, and then he went to the Saints on
Yeah, but
a
what-
big contract.
That's exactly. I wasn't exactly sure. Did they pay him a massive contract
I'm
after
pretty
he got
sure
hurt?
it was.
I wasn't sure. That's why. I didn't want to.
So
Alright.
yeah, so that's my guess. The only thing that changes, I have Drew Brees third.
Okay, so now since there's a lot, are we doing it like whoever gets all of them right, you get 1 point, or we're doing like partial points, like you could get a total of 5? You want to do it like
No.
that?
I think a total of 5 because like if you just get one wrong, you know. it's
Okay, so
kind
we'll
of-
do a total of 5.
Okay.
So the order goes Peyton Manning at number. So Jared, make sure you
You're
keep
right.
track of this because it's gonna get complicated. Peyton Manning has
Is
248,732,000.
that first?
That's the first one. Then you got Eli Manning, following
Wow.
second with 187,770,000.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Yeah.
Followed by Tom Brady
Oh.
with 162,779,500. Then Phillip Rivers, 151,910,000,
point.
and Drew Brees, 150,455,000.
So he got the point.
So
So,
he got-
he won. He won that. We're not gonna do it like the points are getting added on. He just
Yeah,
he
I just get
wins
1
it.
point because I only get one.
He
I
did-
got 3 points for this specifically, but I only get 1 point for beating AJ.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Ah, well,
You know what I just realized? We didn't think that Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. He didn't get a huge contract
that is true. That's
towards the
actually-
beginning.
And then
for
you
the
also
first
got to
3 years of his
remember
career.
the amount of Super Bowls Eli won,
Mhm.
all those bonuses and stuff that keeps him up there. And
Not to mention that he was the
since he's-
first overall pick.
yeah, he was
so
exactly.
He got,
That
Alright,
also
my
helped.
last chance.
All right,
I gotta do it.
So hold on, this got jumbled up here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is order these undrafted, is the key word, running backs in order from greatest to least in terms of most rushing yards since the Super Bowl era. You got Fred Jackson, Willie Parker, Priest Holmes, Arian Foster. And are we doing the same kind of
Yeah,
idea? Okay.
So actually, I didn't know that Willie Parker was undrafted.
Yeah, I
that
didn't
actually
know
makes
either.
sense. And Priest Holmes, because Priest Holmes was really good.
Yes.
All right, so it's really hard because Priest Holmes. I think that he might have the greatest. No, actually, I don't know. It's between him and Willie Parker. I'm gonna say Priest Holmes, and then Willie Parker, Arian Foster, and then Fred Jackson, because Arian Foster, even though he got hurt a lot, he still gained a lot of yards. So I mean, I don't know. Fred Jackson's been in the league for a while, but I still think it'll be. Is it total yards or just rushing yards?
Just rushing yards.
Then that makes it difficult.
So what's your order?
Priest Holmes, Willie Parker. I'm gonna kill myself for this if I get this wrong, but Freddie Jackson, and then Arian Foster.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna agree with the first two. Definitely Priest Holmes and Willie Parker, just because I feel like they were better than respectively, Fred Jackson and Arian Foster in terms of rushing yards for their time period. But I'm going to go... You said Fred Jackson before... Yeah, I'm going to go Arian Foster before Fred Jackson. And that might be bold because with the Bills, Fred Jackson was the focal point of that offense. He did get lots of yards, lots of carries this season. But Arian Foster led the league for the one or two. I think it was one year. But the other years that he was healthy, he was a very productive back. So I'm going to go with him first. And just to not have the exact same list as AJ, just to shake it up.
Okay,
Wait, so you had
I had the same as you, except I switched
Foster and Fred Jackson.
Mhm.
Okay, so one thing that is gonna beat both of you is you gotta remember they probably Willie Parker and who was it? Fred Jackson probably had more yards than Arian Foster, if you include their catches, which is a lot of what you guys are thinking about in terms of their yards. They were rushing backs, but Willie Parker and Fred Jackson were more of a receiving threat. Think about it. When Willie Parker played with the Steelers, he had the bus. What's his name? Oh my gosh,
Jerome Bettis.
Jerome Bettis, who was their main rusher power back.
Mm-hmm.
So the actual order is Priest Holmes, followed by Arian Foster. Actually, I'll tell you their yards. Priest Holmes had 8,172 yards. Arian Foster had 6,472, followed by Fred Jackson, 5,746, Willie Parker, 5,378. So...
And that gives me the dub, finally!
Does it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because you had Fred Jackson last, right?
And I had Fred Jackson third, and I was right, so...
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep, so that'll...
Finally.
So
Shutout comes to an end.
Finally.
But it's still a blowout at 4-1.
Yep. Alright,
Yep.
so that about wraps it up for trivia questions of the week. Next, we are moving on to free agency.